In this video, we're going to just walk through designing a clean lower third title just like this. I'm a very big fan of minimalistic titles, so using clean sans serif fonts that aren't fancy, that don't have the fancy edges, and bolds, lots of capitalization, but also differentiating the title, the name, plus the descriptor down below. This is what a typical lower third title, even though it's not in the lower thirds, which is the actual typical way to do it, is to put it in the lower third of a video. So if you split your frame up into threes, you have your top third, middle third, and lower third, you would add that title to the bottom third. But for me, I break those rules and I put my titles in different places. But this is what we're going to be recreating. So let's go back to our other project. That was the finalized project. And let's go ahead and create that lower third for Anthony. So I'm just going to select my titles bin and say new item title. I'm going to call it lower third Anthony. I just use the text LT. Say OK. Make sure you're on the right spot of the film. You can actually scroll through here. And when you scroll through here, you get the video in your title editor, which is good to know so that if you want to edit a title so it matches a different part of your video, you have to be on that part of your video in your timeline. But we're just going to go to the start where he's sitting down in his chair. Let's take our text tool, type in Anthony Carbajal. You'll notice that I did not capitalize it yet, and that's okay. I'm just going to use the font Helvetica. Helvetica is a clean, old school font, but it's nice and it's a sans serif font and it looks really good on video. Gonna make it a little bit smaller. And then to make everything capitalized, what I can do is just click this small caps button and then actually increase the small cap size to 100. Or if everything's lowercase already, you can leave it at whatever percentage. Then I'm going to change the color from white to black. And I'm going to change the style from light up there or over here to bold and make it a bit smaller, just using the corner and dragging in. I'm also holding shift down so that the aspect doesn't get squished, and put it right over there. I could click the text type tool up here and then click here to create another text layer. Instead, I'm just going to duplicate the Anthony Carbajal text right here by selecting it and copying it, Command C, and then pasting it, Command V, and then dragging it down. It's okay if it's not aligned because we're going to use the align tools to align them in just a second. Then I'm just going to double click inside, press Command A to select all the text, delete it, and then give the descriptor. So the bottom part of your lower third is there to give more description of who this person is. Typically, you have the name on top, and then on the bottom, you just have a little bit more of a description of who they are, especially in terms of what this video is about. So for us, we're going to just call it diagnosed with ALS in 2014. I could just put this underneath right here, but I like to differentiate the size and the style of my top text from my bottom text. So I'm going to change this from bold to regular. And then the size, we're going to go down a lot smaller, something like so. And I tried to align it by eyeball, but that didn't work. So I'm going to select both. I could just drag over and select, or just click one and then shift click the other one. And then with my align tools, I'm going to align to the right. So the right edges line up like so. So that looks pretty cool. I could go in here and do something else if I wanted. I can actually create a shape. Let's just create a white shape. Change the color to white. Then I'm going to actually arrange it. So right click, arrange, send to back. Then I'm going to select the diagnosed text with that shape layer and vertical center and horizontal center. And then maybe for this one, I would just select all of them actually and do vertical center. So they're all aligned vertically in the center. That's another cool way to do a clean lower third. You don't have to have a background for everything, but the white does make this bottom text pop out even more. I like that, so I'm gonna leave it like that. Exit out of here, take my lower third and put it on to my video track. I do tend to try to have my graphics all in one layer. So I'm just gonna make my layer 4 my graphics layer. Layer 2 or track 2 is my interview A camera. Track 1 is interview B camera. Track 3 is video and photo B-roll. Track 4 is my graphics. So I'm gonna extend it there. So here's one title and there's the next title. Thanks for watching. That's how you create a clean lower third. Go ahead and do that on your own for your own video and try to get creative. Come up with something a little bit different than this, because at the end of this project, you're going to be posting it on the course page for me to check out. And I can't wait to see what all of the students like you are coming up with. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next video.